guys, and welcome to my channel. My name is Veronica, and in case this is your first time seeing my face on YouTube, please make sure to go down there and subscribe to my channel, turn on the like button, turn on the notification bell. You know the drift. Just do it all, get it all over with, because you are gonna want to stay tuned for the rest of this video. I know I'm really late in the game when it comes to making this, but I figured better late than never, right? I know that a ton of you guys who are freshmen this year have already moved into your dorm rooms, and I'm so sorry that I didn't make this video early enough in the summer so that you could benefit from it, but hopefully this will still come in handy to a lot of people, so I figured that I would just make the video anyway, because this is going to be one heck of a move-in day guide. For those of you who may not know, or for somehow have not seen this video yet, I have a viral video on my channel, and it is my freshman move-in day vlog. It is now past 1.3 million views, which is crazy. I get so many people asking me all these questions in the comments on that video about how I moved in, like how did I know how to pack. They're always asking for advice, and I figured I would finally just address the topic and just make one giant move-in day guide to help all of you out, because I want to try to make freshman move-in day as easy as possible. So the first thing I wanted to address was packing, because it is one of like the most important parts of moving day, making sure that you have everything packed right before you move into your freshman dorm room. When you are packing up your life in different boxes and bags, make sure that you keep things organized so that way when you get to your dorm, you know exactly what box holds what things, and you're not like randomly ripping open different packages to try to figure out what is where, because move-in day is stressful in itself. And so as you're packing, make sure that you're making the unpacking process as easy for yourself as possible. First of all, I would recommend designating some extra bins in large bags specifically for moving in and out of your dorm room. My family uses these like giant plastic see-through bins that I pack all my stuff into. We transport to my dorm room, and then when everything is taken out of the bins, my parents just take the empty bins back home. And we just keep them in our basement during the school year. Being able to reuse the same bins each move-in and move-out process is definitely super helpful, and not only saves the environment, but also saves us a ton of money. If you're flying to school, stores like Bed Bath & Beyond, Target, Walmart, Kohl's, you name it, usually allow you to place an order to be picked up at a store by your college campus. That way you don't end up lugging everything that will be going into your dorm room across the country multiple times a year. And if you live far away from your college, you can look into getting a storage unit at the end of the school year just to store all of your dorm belongings over the summer. My next hack is to wrap any of your hanging clothes in large garbage bags, because it allows for not only easy transportation, but also just easy unpacking. You just like hang them right up, take off the garbage bag, and everything is already in place, and you don't have to worry about like unfolding and refolding clothes as you're like trying to put them on hangers. Lastly, I definitely recommend taping down any drawers you may be transporting, whether or not that's some kind of like storage drawer or makeup drawer or like your fridge door, to just tape everything shut that could possibly open up while transporting, because you do not want to show up to your university, get out of the car, open your trunk, and find like half of your makeup or socks or whatever just like spilled out on the pavement, because that would just be really sad and unfortunate. Finally, we have reached the part of the video that you have all been waiting for, and that is the move-in day to-do list. So the first thing I want to mention is that if you don't have assigned time slots for moving into your dorm building, just show up as early as possible to try to beat the crowds, because there is a lot of people like milling around the dorms on move-in day, and it can get kind of stressful. This next portion that I'm going to tell you about is what I'm going to call divide and conquer. Oftentimes colleges will have you drive up to your dorm and then drop off all your belongings in like a pile on the sidewalk, so that whoever's driving the car can then like drive away and park it somewhere else, since there usually isn't enough parking right next to your dorm building. So the key here is to make sure you bring enough people to do all the important tasks, because you need someone to drive the car, you need someone to stay and watch the pile of things that you are leaving on the sidewalk outside your dorm building. You yourself need to be able to go inside and check in and get your room key. And it also doesn't hurt to have someone to wait in the really long elevator line, because that gets really long. Another thing I want to mention is that usually the elevator carts are a hot commodity and really hard to come by. So if you get one, take full advantage of it and like stack as many things as you can on that, because once you get in that long elevator line, you will be waiting for a while. If you happen to have some kind of handheld cart that you would be able to use to move in to your dorm room, I would definitely consider bringing that, just to kind of make it easier on yourself, so you're not waiting for a cart to just become available. Finally, when you have gotten all your stuff off the sidewalk and taken up the elevator or stairs and into your room, the first thing I would recommend doing would be to disinfect everything, like Clorox wipe, bleach, vacuum, dust, everything, every surface, because you never know who lived in your dorm room before you did, and it can just be a little scary with like dust and germs, and I myself just like to play it safe. And so the first thing I did upon walking into my dorm room last year was just cleaning for like a solid half hour. Something else you should probably do when you initially get into your dorm room is to plug in your fridge, just because if you are bringing any perishables that need to be refrigerated, it's good to just like plug in your fridge and start getting it like through the cooling process so your food can stay good. And then I'd also recommend coordinating with your roommate so you're both not moving in at the exact same time, because although that could be helpful for figuring out like furniture arrangements and stuff, it can get very stressful when like two full families are in this like small like 8 by 8 foot space trying to like set up furniture and things, and like it just gets a little stressful. So if you're able to move in at separate times, I would definitely take advantage of that. That way each of you just get some time to yourselves in the room with your families before you start living together throughout the entire school year. And last but not least, I would definitely recommend bringing some water and snacks, because moving into a dorm room can be pretty tiring and you might just get hungry or thirsty along the way, so it's good to just have like a couple water bottles on hand to keep your family fueled as you move into your dorm room. This is definitely not something that you want to do alone, so definitely enlist whoever you can to just help you out, but make sure that you don't bring too many people, because when there's a lot of people on top of each other in the room, then it just kind of becomes a less efficient process. Last year I just moved in with my two parents. I'm an only child, so I didn't bring any siblings with me because, well, I don't have siblings. So I definitely say like 2 or 3 additional people is definitely a helpful number, but any more than that might get a little crowded. And finally, don't expect everything to get done on the first day. There will be a lot of things that you and your roommate will be setting up in the later week as you kind of like get comfortable with each other and figure out the right place to put each of your items and get decorations up. So don't go into it with unrealistic expectations, because it will take a while to get officially settled into your dorm room. But other than that, I hope you guys all have an amazing move-in day process, and definitely make sure to Instagram DM me and tweet me some pictures of your dorm rooms this year, because I'm so excited to be able to help you guys out on your college journeys. So let me know if you guys have any questions in the comments down below. And thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!